welcome to the Sweet Scoop. The kids are in school right now, so it's just me, and I am going to give you the scoop on making your own elderberry syrup. Elderberries contain lots of vitamins and antioxidants, which can help boost your immune system. So it's winter here right now, which means cold and flu season. We drink a spoonful of this elderberry syrup each morning, and if we feel some tingles coming on in our throat or some sneezes, we up that intake to a spoonful every couple hours or so, and generally it helps us to avoid getting sick. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make your own elderberry syrup. Okay, we have our ingredients. We have about 2 cups of dried elderberries. We have 3 cinnamon sticks. We have about a teaspoon of whole cloves. We also have about a teaspoon of whole peppercorns. We have 2 1 to 2 inch nubs of peeled ginger. We have our raw honey. This is some local honey that we love. And we have our water. In total, we'll need about 8 cups of water. And I have my doTERRA OnGuard Essential Oil Blend, which contains, let's see, it's got wild orange peel, clove bud, cinnamon leaf, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus leaf, and rosemary leaf. We'll talk about this when we add this at the end. And we are all set to get started. We are just going to dump our 2 cups of dried elderberries. Come on. Right into our heavy bottom pot. Add our cinnamon sticks, our cloves, our peppercorns, and we're just going to pour our water right in on top of it. Our last 2 cups of water. We're going to put the lid on. We are going to turn this on high and bring it up to a boil. I forgot to throw my ginger in, so we're going to go ahead and just do that now before it boils. Okay, so this is boiling. You can see it's really bubbling. I like to give it a little stir, mix everything up a little bit. Then I'm going to turn this down so that it's just simmering. And then I'm going to let it sit for about 2 hours. I'm going to leave the lid off so that it evaporates and reduces down a bit. So we're just going to let this do its thing. I buy my elderberries from Frontier Co-op. They come in this little pouch. This one is 16 ounces, so this is a 1-pound bag of dried elderberries. And if I'm not going to be using this right away, I throw this whole pouch right in the freezer so that they stay nice and fresh for when I am ready to use them. And then after I do open this up, I generally don't use the entire pouch at one time, so I'll take what's left over and just put it in a mason jar with a lid on it, and then throw it right back in the freezer. Okay, so you can see that this is steaming, and it smells amazing. It's very Christmassy and delicious. So you can see it's still bubbling away, and you can see also that it's already reduced a little bit. I like to give it just a little stir every once in a while, and then just let it keep bubbling away. So it is actually the next day. The kids came home from school and we got busy with homework and dinner and chores. So after my pot with the elderberries, the water, the cinnamon sticks, everything was cooled a little bit, I put the entire pot in the refrigerator for the night. So now it is totally cool and we are ready to add our final ingredients. You can see everything is still in here. Our elderberries, there was a chunk of ginger, Our cinnamon sticks, it's all still in there, which is totally okay. I have my big measuring bowl, and I'm just going to set a fine mesh sieve on the top of it. And we are just going to ladle everything right into the sieve. You can see the juice is going to go drain out the bottom. Once we have a good amount of elderberries in there, I'm just going to take my ladle and kind of squish the berries to get all the juices out. You can see there's quite a bit of juice still running out the bottom when I squish the berries. So once you feel like you have most of the juice out, you can go ahead and discard these. We put these in our scrap bucket for the chickens. And just keep ladling it all in there. So once you have all your juice strained into your measuring cup, it's time to add the honey. Your measurements don't have to be exact. I generally just eyeball it. So we need about 2 cups of honey. That was about 1. And that's about 2. So then you just want to stir this up until all of the honey is dissolved. It takes just a little bit of stirring to get it all to dissolve in there. Sometimes it helps to have a whisk. Once you feel like you have all the honey dissolved into your juice, you want to stir it just a few more times just to be sure that you actually do have it all dissolved in there. We don't want any chunks or globs of honey. It's the addition of the honey that actually makes this a syrup. Without the honey, it would just be elderberry juice. So now that we have our elderberry syrup, we are all ready to put it in our containers. I've got this cute little one. This one I think I'm going to give to a friend, but I generally decant it into these pint mason jars. And then I have these reusable lids. So let's do this one first. For this one I'm going to use a funnel. And we are just going to funnel it in here. If you spill, you definitely want to use paper towel and don't want to use one of your kitchen towels because elderberries stain like crazy. So then for each of the pint jars that I fill, goodness, I am going to add 25 drops of our OnGuard Essential Oil Blend. your lid on, and that one is also. I want to talk just a minute about essential oils. I've been using doTERRA oils for years, and we use them both topically and internally. I believe that doTERRA is transparent about where they source their oils and their ingredients, so I feel comfortable ingesting these oils. Now that being said, not all essential oils are safe to ingest. doTERRA puts a, can you see it? There. Puts a food nutrition label on their oils that are safe to take internally. If you don't see that on the bottle, please don't ingest the oils, and definitely don't just go to your local supermarket and take any oil off the shelf and think that it's okay to use internally. As I said, we've been using these for years and have had no problems taking them internally, but do your research, and of course if you don't feel safe ingesting essential oils, just leave it out. These just have many of the same ingredients that we actually added to our elderberry syrup, the cinnamon, the cloves, so this I feel just gives a little extra boost, but if you don't want to add it, feel free to leave it out. It's equally as beneficial and delicious without the essential oils. You're going to want to store your finished elderberry syrup in your refrigerator. And if you have added the essential oil blends, you're going to want to shake it before you take a spoonful, or just give it a stir. If you've put it in a wide mouth container like this, give it a quick stir before you take a spoonful. And we have had no problem storing this in our refrigerator for weeks, sometimes even months. If I make it in the summer and we don't necessarily use it as frequently in the summer, it has lasted for weeks. I hope you enjoyed this scoop on making your own homemade elderberry syrup. As I said, elderberries have many immune boosting benefits, so I hope you give it a try. I will put a recipe in the description down below, and as always, if you like our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks! Join us again next time for another sweet scoop. Bye guys!